So, good morning, everyone. So, today we are going to give a finishing touch to the discussion of the lesson Indra Nui, a corporate giant. As I had discussed with you in the earlier session, to be at the helm of affairs is always a very challenging task because you have to manage different aspects, and it's all the more challenging when you are working as CEO of a corporate house, which is a very big one like PepsiCo. Indra Nui, she started her career as an executive with PepsiCo, and gradually she rose up to the level of chief finance officer of the company, and then finally the board instilled trust in her, and she was appointed as the chief executive officer of PepsiCo. That was a great achievement because to be CEO of a company like PepsiCo is a great achievement. Indra Nui is an Indian-born American business executive, and as I said, she worked as chief finance officer from 2001, and then in 2007 she got appointed as CEO of PepsiCo. So the current article explores Nui's work ethic and her contribution to the development of the company. The most important thing is her management style and her ability to maintain balance between her professional career and personal life. That was a very big challenge because when you are at the helm of affairs in a company like PepsiCo, you have a lot of responsibilities, but at the same time you have to take care of other responsibilities. So Indra Nui performed all the responsibilities in a great manner. So let us try to recapitulate the points that we discussed in the earlier session. Putting a stamp of approval on her 12-year stint with the corporation, the PepsiCo board said in a statement, "We are exceedingly fortunate to have a leader of Indra's caliber, vision and experience to take the helm." So PepsiCo board was very glad to appoint Indra Nui as the CEO because they had full trust in her capability. She has been instrumental to PepsiCo's solid direction and ongoing success and has the complete endorsement and support of the board. It was a very good tradition with PepsiCo as a company that the outgoing CEOs they would praise the incumbent CEO, and even the newly appointed CEO would acknowledge the contribution of the CEOs who worked with the company earlier. So it was a kind of very good kind of work environment in PepsiCo. Indra Nui's meteoric rise to the helm of corporate affairs is a remarkable and steady climb to fame from her roots in Chennai, where she grew up. Indra Nui hitched her career aspirations to a star and has emerged as one of the most recognized icons of corporate success to originate from India, being cited among rankings of global corporate achievers for the past few years. So, Indra, she had her schooling uh, in Chennai, and after completing her graduation, she went to the US for her masters and other studies. Nui joined the famous food and beverages company in 1994 as Senior Vice President of Corporate Strategy and Development, and has been credited with shaping PepsiCo's current focus on the convenience foods and beverages business, and has served as President and Financial Officer since 2001, when she was also named to PepsiCo's board of directors. So in 2001, she got appointed as Chief Financial Officer of PepsiCo, and she was also absorbed in the board of directors. As the fifth CEO in PepsiCo's 41-year-old history, she brings tremendously unique skills to the job. So, um, she was the fifth CEO in 41-year history of PepsiCo. She brings tremendously unique skills to the job. The former CEO, Steve Reinemund, said of her, Indra's record of transforming PepsiCo speaks for itself, and she has been an invaluable partner and ally throughout my time as CEO. On his part, Reinemund, who has been with PepsiCo for 22 years, described it as the toughest and easiest decision of my life. So, Steve Reinemund, who decided to step down from the post of CEO, he said that it was not an easy decision to leave uh, PepsiCo, but at the same time, he was happy that Indra Nui would take over as CEO of the company, because he had seen Indra uh, work sincerely for the organization. After 22 years with PepsiCo, more than 5 of them as chairman and CEO, I have decided that my family is entitled to more time from me than responsibilities and obligations of continuing as PepsiCo's CEO requires and deserves. So then Steve Reinemund decided that his family needed more time, so he wanted to give or he wanted to spend quality time with his family, and for that reason he uh, decided to step down. Named among the pantheon of 50 most powerful women in business by Fortune magazine in a recent issue, Indra Nui was ranked 11th, being advanced one place from the magazine's 2004 rankings. So let me tell you, there are one or two magazines which are very popular in the field of business. So one such popular magazine is Fortune. Fortune magazine is a world-renowned magazine in the field of business. Fortune magazine um, uh, publishes lists like Fortune 500 companies. So, if a company um is included in the list of 500 companies of uh, the most important business, then that becomes a kind of credit for the company, because they can write that we are a Fortune 500 company. So, to be in any of the lists of Fortune magazine. Um, that is a kind of a big achievement. So Indra Nui, she was ranked 11th um, in the list of outstanding women in the global corporate arena. Indra Nui has directed the company's global strategy for over a decade and was the primary architect of its restructuring. It's very important that CEO has the ability uh, to find the loopholes in the company and uh, to review the strategies of the organization, because many a times the organization is not um competitive enough to survive in the market, which is highly competitive. So you need CEO that keeps on reviewing the strategy from time to time. So Indra Nui was the primary architect of its restructuring. So PepsiCo was 40-year plus old company when Indra Nui took over as the CEO, but then the company did not have the kind of presence in the global market as Indra Nui wanted to have. So she decided to go in for restructuring, including divestiture of its restaurants into successful Yum brands, the spin-off and public offering of company-owned bottling operations into anchor bottler Pepsi Bottling Group, acquiring Tropicana. So as a part of diversification project, as a part of strategy, Indra Nui started um, taking over of different brands, for example, Tropicana, Quaker Oats, and merger with Quaker Oats that brought vital Quaker and Gatorade businesses to PepsiCo. She earned plaudits for her strategic planning and vision. So it's very important that a corporate house is not engaged in single business. It's very important that there are multi businesses or multi operations of the company, because it's very important these days that you have your presence in different areas. Um, if you remember the lesson that we discussed uh, earlier, was also related to business icon Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata is known for his business acumen, and Ratan Tata also uh, gave facelift to Tata group of companies. Were it not for Ratan Tata, Tata group of companies would not have achieved its global position, uh, would not have made global mark, because before Ratan Tata took over as the chairman of Tata Group of Companies, uh, it was known only in India, but due to the vision and uh, the management style of Ratan Tata, the company got its global recognition. Similarly, Indra Nui, she decided to give facelift to the um, corporate house that she was asked to take care of. Um, Recently, Nui has been driving critical cross business initiatives to enhance operations and enable PepsiCo to meet the changing needs of consumers and retailers. So it was very important that the company uh, would change the approach especially towards consumers. The company said, speaking on behalf of PepsiCo's board of directors, presiding director Robert E. Allen said, we have seen firsthand the difference that Indra has made on the business and the people, and we look forward to working even more closely with her to usher in the next generation of dramatic growth and advancement that has been a hallmark of PepsiCo since its founding. Um, when we talk about entrepreneurship, it's very important that people who believe in taking risks, although it is um, it is uh, calculated risk, but then they always going for risk uh, in the sense that if you don't have the capacity to take risk, then you cannot make progress in the field of business. So Indra Nui had the guts to uh, take over different brands, and she made them profitable. For example, Tropicana is a very famous brand in the field of fruit juice. Similarly, Quaker Oats is also a very famous brand. Then water bottling was not a very popular line of business for PepsiCo, but then Indra Nui made it a very profitable venture, and there is a very famous brand called Aquafina. So Aquafina is bottled water, mineral water, um, which is marketed by PepsiCo. So on her part, Nui described her elevation as a humbling experience. I am humbled by the opportunity to lead PepsiCo and profoundly grateful to follow in the footsteps of Steve Reinemund, Roger Enrico, Wayne Calloway, and Don Kendall. So these were the four CEOs who worked prior to Indra Nui as CEO. Steve has steered the company to a strong and enviable position, and he will be a continuing source of wisdom and perspective. I'm equally fortunate to have amazing partners not only on the board and executive team, but in the 1,57,000 bright, talented colleagues around the world who deliver the results every day and are as committed as I am to continue capturing every growth opportunity, Nui said. So Nui not only acknowledged the contribution of her colleagues on the board of directors, but she also mentioned that um 1,57,000 bright, talented colleagues around the world, uh, they were keen on contributing to the development of the organization of the company. There are many interesting aspects of Indra Nui's successful journey to the top of prominent global corporations. So, if you look at the factors that made her successful, then uh, this particular article explores the uh, personal factors that made Indra Nui a successful CEO, and she could balance her professional and personal life. So the whole article explores this thing. There are many interesting aspects of Indra Nui's successful journey to the top of a prominent global corporation. The one we would like to take note of here is her explanation of how she was able to handle her official and personal responsibilities. She hired nannies, and had a helpful family support system. So she did take help from uh, people outside, like nannies who would look after her daughters. But at the same time, the company, especially the receptionist and other supporting staff, they help Nui take care of her responsibilities as a mother, as a wife. Uh, the one we would like to take note of here is her explanation of how she was able to handle her official and personal responsibilities. She hired nannies and had a helpful family support system. PepsiCo, however, seems to have gone a good deal further, at least for its senior staffers. So, um, according to Indira Nui, the support system in the company was great. So, um, the entire ecosystem, we can call it ecosystem. So, the entire ecosystem was very conducive in creating a support system for their parental roles. Nui has said her 9-year-old daughter would come from school and only had to call the office to say she wanted to come over to be near her mother. So whenever our daughter would come back from the school, she just had to make a call to the receptionist, and the office would arrange the details. So the office staff would arrange for her pickup, and then she would spend time not only with her mother but then with other colleagues. She says it wasn't uncommon to find a daughter sitting with the company's founder chief or doing her homework in the offices of other executives. So look at the ecosystem. So um, her daughter would sit in the chamber of any of the executives and would do her homework. So it was kind of a very informal kind of environment. She talks of how it was usual for the entire senior team to lend a hand with others' children when the need arose. So it was not just for Indira Nui, it was available uh, for other senior executives of the company. How the office telephone receptionist was trained to handle her children's queries and monitor their schedule when she herself would be traveling on work. So whenever Nui would be traveling, the receptionist would take care of the schedule of her daughter. Uh, in some, Nui says Nui, rules 2 and 3 for how she has got to the top of PepsiCo ladder. Rule 1 being the pluses of strong family ties. So according to Indira Nui, there are three main factors for the success of, for her success. And the first factor is strong family ties. So the bondage is very, very strong. Consists of co-opting the entire ecosystem around you to bring up your kids, and for having a closed loop system to keep you abreast of what is going on at home. Uh, Although she would be uh, out of home for a long time, she would make sure that uh, the necessary monitoring is taken care of. Closed loop system to keep you abreast of what is going on at home thanks to the office. So the office helped her in doing this. Put another way, the punishing output that helped get Nui to the top, never going home in the evening, answering emails promptly at 4 a.m., was possible since her employers recognized that they couldn't expect her to optimally integrate her many roles with the office one without making a sincere effort to meet her halfway. So the management knew it very well that um, without support from the office, Nui would not be able uh, to uh, give her full commitment to the organization because she had to look after her responsibilities as a mother. Uh, this is far beyond what almost all employers, state or private, in business or any other field of work consider appropriate. So that ecosystem is very crucial for the success of an organization in business or any other field of work considered appropriate. Yet, if you wish to foster and draw out the potential that by definition exists in each human, workplaces have to change in this direction. So, if you want to bring out the best that is there in a person, especially working as an executive or working on a senior position, then you need to provide this kind of support. Else, remain satisfied with having worried, unsure employees making unsatisfactory compromises in all directions. So, uh, if you don't provide the support, then the employees would be worried about their children, uh, their parents at home, or other members of the family. Similarly, they would end up making compromises either with their professional life or with the personal life, which is dangerous. In his closing remarks, Rayneman said, "It gives me great pride that this organization continues to develop the kind of talent that enables the board to continue the unbroken tradition of selecting a strong CEO successor from within the ranks of our leadership and provides qualified leaders to seamlessly backfill Indra's roles as well." Uh, PepsiCo uh, has had the tradition of selecting uh, chairman or CEO from within the um, ranks of the leadership. That means they would appoint a person uh, working in the company itself, not any outsider as chairman or CEO. Uh, so there is always this uh, kind of motivational force. Backfill Indra's roles as well. I am absolutely confident that PepsiCo's future is in very capable hands, starting with Indra and deep into the organization. I truly believe she and her team will not only sustain the achievements we have made, but will take PepsiCo to an even higher level of success. I look forward to cheering their continued accomplishments. So, uh, the former CEO Steve Reinemund, he was all praise about Indra's um, potential. Thus, Indra Nui's success story is one of sheer hard work, dedication, working with a close bond with the others in the company, and maintaining one's equipoise and balance despite all difficulties. So, uh, Indra's success story is one of sheer hard work. She was very hardworking, she was very dedicated, and she was very good at collaboration, working with others, and maintaining one's equipoise. See, there are different qualities that would make a person successful, and one of the most important qualities is, or we may call it, one of the 21st century skills, is emotional intelligence. You might be very talented, but if you don't know how to manage your emotions, then I think you will not be able to uh, be at the top position for a longer period, because there are likely to be moments when uh, you would uh, uh, you would behave in a very strange manner in the emotional sense of the term. So it's very important that you know how to manage your emotions, and uh, you react in a very uh, amicable manner whenever somebody makes a remark, or somebody responds to something. So it's very important that you know how to manage your emotions. So emotional intelligence is the key to success in any field. It's very important, especially when you are working uh, as CEO of such a big company. Thus, Indra Nui's success story is one of sheer hard work, dedication, working with a close bond with the others in the company, and maintaining equipoise and balance despite all difficulties. She has become a role model for many in the world who are determined to leave an impression in the world of finance and business. So, Nui uh, is like a role model for people who wish to make a mark in the field of finance and business. Role model is someone uh, who gives you insight into the functioning of a particular field. For example, those who want to be entrepreneurs, uh, role models could be uh, Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. Uh, they started from scratch. Um, they did not inherit uh, um, big corporate house. They started from scratch, and today Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they are um very successful entrepreneurs. And if you observe the qualities, then one of the most important qualities that they possess is ability to take risks. For example, uh, Elon Musk is known for uh, businesses which are not so traditional. For example, he entered into the manufacturing um of battery operated cars. It was a kind of in an experimental stage, rather experimental stage, when Elon Musk decided to invest a very huge amount in his uh, car brand Tesla. So that was a kind of very big risk, but then he knew that the that the time was proper for him to think of investing in renewable kind of energy. He also thought of starting another company called SpaceX. It was very difficult to think of company that would help NASA to send astronauts to the space, because success rate in such projects are very low. But then he decided to contribute to that field, and today we have SpaceX, which is kind of successful in sending astronauts to the International Space Station and bringing them back to the Earth. So SpaceX has been a very successful company. Another important company is Neuralink. That company is engaged in research or manufacturing of chips that would help people suffering from different mental diseases. So that would be a kind of revolutionary, path-breaking kind of technology. So they are working very hard on it. So Neuralink is another such company. Then another company is Boring. That company is busy developing technology for rapid transport system in the urban area. So that is another area which is the technology is called Hyperloop, and the vehicle that they have designed can travel with least amount of friction in the tunnel. So there is a tunnel which has been designed, and in that tunnel the particular device or vehicle could travel at a very high speed because of very low friction. So these are the vital contributions of entrepreneurs. So Indra Nooyi was one such creative person. So in the next session we'll discuss more about the questions that could be asked from the text, from the lesson. So thank you.